Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Uncut Africa Live. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has revealed that plans are being drawn to remove all African migrants from Israel after groups of Eritreans were involved in a violent clash in Tel Aviv. He also warned the migrants involved in the demonstration to be deported immediately. His remarks came a day after rival groups of Eritreans clashed in bloody protests that left dozens of people injured. The groups, which are supporters and opponents of Eritrean government, faced off with construction lumber, pieces of metal and rocks, smashing shop windows and police cars. The violence broke out near the Eritrean embassy when protesters were stopped from reaching the building ahead of a cultural event set to take place there. Yes, this is what happened in Israel, Tel Aviv, and it has led a deportation of all African migrants. I don't know the situation or the events that happens were caused by Eritrean citizens, but it has called for all Africans, migrants, to be deported. And that is where I have my problem. One thing Africans should realize that even though in this continent we call ourselves Ethiopian, Ghanaian, Nigerian, South African, when we are out there, we are described Africans. We are all described Africans. So have you realized this violent event that take place was caused by Eritreans? But the Prime Minister is drawing plan to deport all African migrants. This is what happens. And this is not the first time this is happening to Africans. If you remember the COVID, when the COVID happening, the event that happens in China, many Africans were kicked out from their apartment. The same thing also happens in Ukraine. When the war started and most Africans wanted to flee back to their country, they were not allowed to leave. Many nationals, other nationals, were allowed to go back to their country, but Africans couldn't even get a train to board. They were all blocked from leaving. It's about time we Africans start realizing that these countries are not our home. These countries are not our motherland. I have been reading trends of many people taking their professions outside Africa, trying to look down upon Africa, and when they get there, they talk down on Africa where they were born, and they start hailing all these Western countries of their working systems, and they start doing a whole lot of comparison. But what we should realize that your motherland is your motherland. Whatever happens, home is home. So it's about time Africans, we build our continent ourselves. We know we have puppet leaders that are not doing well, that are not implementing policies that are developing the continent. But what are the citizens also doing about this? Are we going to continue running away from our country to other countries? A time will come, all these countries we are running to are going to reject us. And when they reject you, where are you going to go? Where are you going to run to? If your home has been left to rot. It's about time Africans take a very critical look at all this situation and make sure this continent is on its right path instead of leaving the continent and going to seek for greener pasture somewhere. And when such event happens, this is what happens. You are going to be deported, and when you are deported and you come back home, you realize you have nothing doing with your life, and you are going to be frustrated. It's about time, Africans, we take these things into consideration and make sure we help build this continent, we help build our countries to be on the right path so we can live. Because the truth is, if you are living in Africa when you are comfortable, because we have everything, when you are comfortably living in Africa, you are better off living in Europe, someone's country. You are going to enjoy because home sweet home. Let's take these things into consideration and make sure we build a healthy continent so that we can enjoy it in peace. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. Thanks for watching.